How's it going? So, my name's Leanne, and I'm 27 years old. I'm from Portland, Oregon, but I'm currently living in Frankfort, Kentucky, here at the Stewart School. And yesterday night, I was watching some of my older YouTube videos with a friend of mine. And it was when I did this reflecting on things video yesterday, which I'll link down below, and I'll try to find all the videos that I watched and watched myself again, and link those down below as well. I guess this will be another video on reflecting back on older videos, because I find reflecting very very good for me right now. I feel so much better about myself when I'm like, this was where I was there, this is where I was back then, and this is where I am currently. And so last night, my friend and I were up late watching some of my older YouTube videos that I filmed back in Idaho, and it was like very interesting to watch, because I'm like, I was obviously comfortable enough sharing my struggles in life with YouTube and just watch them. Or I went back and watched some video diaries. Actually, they were called snow diaries, to be, if you really want to be specific about them. They were called snow diaries, and there is 5 videos on my snow diaries experiences, because I can just quote some of the things that I said out of them, because I just watched through them yesterday, and I was not in the mood to go to the gym. The gym is indoors, but like, I did not, so I walked outside in the cold, snowy weather, because I didn't want to be inside the house, because back in the day, with all the videos that I have filmed in Idaho, I was obviously struggling with some stuff, and I just didn't want to be inside the house, so I just walked out the door and started talking to the camera meaning my phone. I film on my phone, but you get the point, hopefully. So I did video about like reflecting on how journaling is important to me, to, oh my gosh, it's snowing in Idaho, oh my goodness, it's crazy, it snowed even more. I'm like, I'm cold and it's crazy, it's warmer this day, but not really warm, stuff like that. I'm like, I just had a ball looking for those. And then I had some other video reflecting. So I had a lot of videos that I filmed when I was struggling with my mental health. And I'm like, now I'm looking back on those videos, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is how far I've came. I'm like, I can't believe how far I've come. There was one video that I was stressing out about stuff and was really worried about things, and then I started to panic over something, and I didn't know what I luckily, thank goodness, I kept this very vague, because 5 months later I go back and watch it and I'm like, I don't even remember what I was panicked about. But it was very interesting to hear myself reflect on this is what I did. Like, one time I had a rough therapy appointment, I like had all the emotions, I didn't want to cry it out and all that stuff, so I'm like, all that stuff. And then there was one time where, I'm just quoting the video at this point because I just watched it yesterday. I was stressed out over something, and my advisor at the time sent me something, like a text message saying something. I don't know exactly what it said, but I was too frustrated and too upset, too sad, mad, whatever. I was too sad to respond back to her, so I called her. Luckily, she answered, thank goodness. Back in the day, luckily she answered, but I'm like, I don't know what's happening, and she had to talk me down. And this is, again, back when I was at Echo, so this is how supportive the Echo staff members are, and this is why I stay in contact with them, because I'm like, look, this is what happened here, and look where I am at now. So there was a video, portion of the video that's saying that she was basically, I was glad that she was available to talk, because I was like, there's another, this one's funny, but I say funny, not that funny. I mean, obviously it wasn't funny. It's funny to watch back now, but in the moment it wasn't a fun experience. I did have COVID in September of 2022, so I found that video, and I'm like, because I was watching it with my friend over here, and I'm like, oh, it sounds like so great, and I was explaining, like, introing the video, and then the next day I'm like, I feel like crap. Because I sounded like crap and I felt like crap. So I just relived my COVID, days of my COVID experience. I think I filmed it between like 8 a.m. and 7 p.m. or something. I feel awful. I feel awful. This is great. I feel so not myself. And the thing that cracked me up in that video was my COVID drawings suck. Something like that. So I'm like, because I was drawing and like, I don't like my COVID drawings, so I like crinkle up the piece of paper and try it again. Wow. So that was interesting. I'm like, because I was going back and forth, there was a staff member who was there, and she was a sub-staff member. I think she still works there. I'm not quite sure if she still works there now, but she definitely worked there when I was there. So I came to phase 2 in August. I met her in September. When I first met her, I had COVID, so she had to deal with my sickness and stuff. Like, I'm so sick, I don't feel well, so I had to come down and I had to tell her, I was like, I need help, like, I feel like crap. So she brought me stuff and to make me feel better and stuff. So I'm like, okay. So, and to this day, I'm like, oh, I love this person so much. And I met her during our original time we met up together was when I had COVID. Another video I did. What is it like living in a young adult transition program? And I was like, oh, interesting. Like, I had so much to say. This is how well I edit video. I learned how to edit videos.
Obviously.
Very interesting. Like, I basically explained, like, what echo was and all that stuff. But I'm like, I wrote it out in my journal, and I'm like, and then I read it. So first I wrote it. I filmed myself writing it out, and then I sped it up. And when I sped it up, I also voiced over it. So like I was reading what I wanted to say, but then I voiced it over. So I'm like, I think it has that video has very cool editing skills to it. I was just explaining what living in a young adult transition program was like. And it was a nice video to go back and watch. So obviously I just did a reflection video, but I mean, I feel like emails. Why can I speak? I don't even remember. Then I got very bored